Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I want to share about item not yet received by a business, reselling to third party, goods in consignment, goods in transit, and owing goods placed on consignment. And by the end of this video, you will have the ability to determine what items within a merchandise inventory are and how they are used in businesses today. Okay, let's begin. When you go into a store and you see all the items that store has available for sales, you know each of those items are part of the store merchandise inventory. What most people don't know is that there's more to merchandise inventory than this. Before we discuss what else is part of the merchandise inventory, let's define the term itself. The term merchandise inventory refers to items that are acquired by a distributor for the purpose of resale to a third party. Not only are the items that you see on display in a store considered merchandise inventory, but there are also three more things that are considered to be the part of merchandise inventory. They are good in transit, good in consignment, and good damaged or obsolete. We will start to discuss on the merchandise inventory with goods in transit. Technically, goods in transit are items that have been ordered by a business but not yet received. Does that mean that everything a business has ordered at the time that merchandise inventory is recorded in the accounting record should be counted as well? Most definitely not. For goods in transit, the question of ownership comes into play. Ownership of items that are in limbo between being shipped and received lies in the terms in which the items were shipped. Items that are shipped at FOB Shipping Point, whose ownership is transferred from the seller to the buyer as soon as item shipped. FOB destinations are items whose ownership transfers from the seller to the buyer when the items are received by the buyer. In order for the goods transits to be recorded in the accounting record of the business before receipt, they must have been shipped at FOB Shipping Point. Let's look at the example of this concept. Mary owned a furniture store. She ordered 10 new armchairs for the store with the term of FOB Shipping Points from Norman's Custom Furniture. On the same day, she ordered 10 sofas from Hardy's Wholesale Furnishing. The sofas are ordered with shipping term FOB Destinations. It is the end of the accounting period, and Mary has to record her merchandise inventory in her accounting record. Neither the armchair nor the sofa have been received yet. Which of these terms need to be counted as merchandise inventory for the current accounting period? The answer here is the 10 armchair. Why? Because ownership of the chair transferred to Mary when the item shipped based on the shipping method that was agreed upon between Mary and Hardy Custom Furniture. Why didn't the sofa count as merchandise inventory on Mary accounting records? Because Mary has different shipping terms with Hardy's Wholesale Furnishings. The order she placed with Hardy's has the shipping terms FOB Destinations, meaning that ownership of the sofa remain with Hardy until the sofa are received. When Mary received those sofas, at the time, ownership will then transfer to Mary. Goods in consignments are another category of items that fit into merchandise inventory. This type of goods are items that are delivered from the business to another business for the purpose of allowing the second business to sell the item on a commission basis. In this type of relationship, the business that owns the goods is called the consignor, and the business that sells the goods for commissions is called the consignee. Even though the goods given to the consignee by a consignor are physically located in the consignee's business, the ownership of those items remain with the consignor. Is all this consignor-consignee business confusing to you? Well, don't worry. The next example will bring it up all together. Mary had decided that she would like to expand the items that she sells in her furniture store. Her friend Tim made coffee tables and the end table out of reclaimed wood. She offers to let Tim put some of his pieces in her store on a consignment basis. She doesn't purchase the item, but she does sell the item. She makes 10% commissions on every item that she sells for Tim, who is the consignor here. What about the consignee? Who has ownership of the consigned item? Well, the consignor here is Tim, since he is one who has made the item. The consignee is Mary, since the items are at her store. Yes, she didn't purchase them. Tim retains ownership of the item he places with Mary on a consignment basis, but it's come time to value merchandise inventory. Tim counts any items that are at Mary's furniture store on his accounting record, and Mary does not. Another thing that is common among every merchandiser's business are damaged and obsolete goods. These are the type of goods that have been damaged while in inventory or are no longer being made. A business has two ways to handle damaged or obsolete goods. If they can be sold at a reduced price, then the goods are counted in merchandise inventory and at their net realizable value. The net realizable value of a good is sales price minus any selling costs that were incurred in the sales of the item. If an item can't be sold, then that item is not counted as merchandise inventory in the accounting record. Let's go back to Mary's furniture for an example. Mary has 2 sofas and 3 recliners that are damaged. She also has 1 love seat that is obsolete. She can sell 1 sofa, 1 recliner, and the love seat at the discounted price. 2 of the recliners are too damaged to sell. Which of the items will be counted in her merchandise inventory and which will not? Since the 1 sofa, 1 recliner, and love seats can be sold, they are counted in the merchandise inventory, but at a lower value. Let's review what is the lesson summary for today. Merchandise inventory refers to items that are acquired by a distributor for the purpose of resale to a third party. When discussing what makes up merchandise inventory, the most important things that you can learn is that merchandise inventory is much more than just what you see when you enter into the store. There are 3 more categories of items that are included in merchandise inventory: goods in transit, goods in consignment, and goods damaged or obsolete. Goods in transit are items that have been ordered by a business but not yet received. Only those that are shipped FOB Shipping Point are included in merchandise inventory count. Why? Because items shipped FOB Shipping Points are items whose ownership is transferred from the seller to the buyer as soon as items shipped. Some items are ordered with shipping terms of FOB Destinations. FOB Destinations are items whose ownership transfer from the seller to the buyer when the items are received by the buyer. Items that are considered goods in consignment are also part of the merchandise inventory. Items that are considered goods in consignment are also part of the merchandise inventory of a business. Goods in consignment are items that are delivered from one business to another business for the purpose of allowing the second business to sell the item on a commission basis. In this type of relationship, the business that owns the goods is called the consignor, and the business that sells the goods for the commissions is called the consignee. The ownership of the consigned goods remains with the consignor until the time of sales. Items that are considered damaged or obsolete goods are the type of goods that have been damaged while in the inventory or are no longer being made. Some of these goods may be able to be sold at the discounted price, and some will not be able to be sold at all. If the goods are able to be sold, then they are counted in merchandise inventory and valued at their net realizable value. which is the item sales price minus any selling cost associated with sale. If the item can't be sold, it is not counted in merchandise inventory. So after viewing this video, you should be able to understand more about items in merchandise inventory, good in transit, and good in consignment. That's the end of my sharing in today's video, and I hope that you enjoyed it and found it informative, and you learned something new in one of the topics that I have presented. Typically, I post video about operations management, supply chain, inventory, warehouse, manufacturing that help businesses in their operations control. And I appreciate you guys and also liking my channels. Have a great day. Once again, my name is Vivienne and I see you in my next video.